name is Kim and we're here at Med Pilates. We're going to show another exercise from Surfilates. Now, this is the paddling series. This is great if there are no waves in the ocean for surfers, so you can keep up your paddling strength. Or if you just want to get some nice summer arms, or if you're training to get stronger in the upper body, this is a great exercise. Okay, so how we start. We have a Pilates box. So this is your typical reformer long box or short box. And we have a disc, but let me show you. Place the box in the middle of the mat. And then we're only going to take 2 of these discs. Place them on the box. And then we're going to take the surfboard. Okay, the surfboard. You're going to try to get the board balanced on the disc. So I basically aim it between these little lines here. Okay? And I go down and place it behind. And then basically, see how it's a little tilted? I just eyeball it just to kind of shimmy it around so it stays nice and flat. Then I go to the top of the nose here. This is the nose of the board. And I measure from middle forearm to middle finger from the disc. And that looks about right. So that's about the right distance to be sitting on the discs. Then I take the balls, place them where I'm going to need them. So getting on the board can be a little tricky, especially if you're not a surfer and you've never been on one of these. What you do is you want to grab the rails right in the middle of the board, so you're stabilizing it. Then you're going to take your right knee and stabilize it even more, okay? Now, as you're getting on, bend the elbows, extend the legs. So my other leg is still on the floor here, and then I'm going to lift that leg when my hands are on the floor. So you want to make sure that you're kind of, let me just shimmy back a little bit, like you're dropping the chin to chest so your nose is in line with the nose of the board. So that's about kind of where you want to be on the board. Now, to stay stabilized, you want to think of the pelvis engaging. So you're going to think of pulling the thigh bones in, squeezing the inner thighs and glutes, lift the belly off the board so those abs stay engaged, okay? So now you've got your base here. Energy through the toes so the legs stay nice and long and engaged. Again, if you let your legs go, you're going to kind of fall off the board, so the energy stops, you're going to lose your core. You don't want that happening, and especially if you are paddling in water, you have legs that are dragging in the water. You want to keep them nice and streamlined, so you have efficiency of movement through the water and on the board here. When you're paddling, you want to think of the tricep, right, over here, lat, and oblique connection, or the TLO, okay? So, you're going to stabilize yourself on the board. You're going to bring your right arm is forward, palm is down, left arm is up, palm is up. Now, as you stroke down the right, the left arm comes up and around. So here is where the TLO is working together. You also want to use your abs to lift the chest a little bit more and breathe as you're paddling. Okay? You want to see where you're paddling. If you're looking down, you're not going to really go too far. You want to really get some flexibility or freedom of movement in shoulders and neck. Okay? And you want to really keep the pelvis and the legs stabilized. And breathe. Okay. So, usually I do this for about a minute. If you've never done this before, because it can be really intense with 2-pound weights, you can start at 30 seconds, right? So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and then one more set, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Generally, you want to work to a minute, and a minute. I mean, you can even go a minute and a half, a minute and a half, a minute and a half. So you see, the stronger you get, the more time you can put in. So pretend that you're paddling through the water.